Dude, it's crazy how. Are you recording?
Yeah, it's recording now, but it's all right. I'll edit all that shit out. I've been doing that. I've been saving all those clips that what we say before the show. I've been saving it off to the side so we can do bloopers later or something.
I was just gonna say how loud, like you could be way back and hear it.
Yeah,
It sounds good.
It sounds good now. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do this.
5, 4, 3.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
All right, it's time to buckle up, Buttercups, because it's time for another wild ride on the episode of Back Road Banner. I'm your host, Chris Dollard, and joining me are some really great guys and friends of mine, Derek Richter and Willie Leach.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Let's get this show on the road, y'all. So, we have actually Willie calling in today because he's out hunting.
He's doing the rich things.
Yeah.
Right.
He's out in, I think he's out in Russia or something like that hunting.
If I was rich, I wouldn't be hunting public land.
He's looking for the Sasquatch.
Yeah. He's real good friends with Putin. That's why we got
Yetis over there, don't they?
That's why we got fans from Russia now listening to this show.
Yeah, Russian viewership is up.
0.8%.
What was it like? Oh, it was 0.8%.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it was 0.8%.
Hey, that's better than
I thought
0.7.
it was 0.6. I was like, what?
Oh, man. All right.
I call that success.
Hey, we're going worldwide, y'all.
Prestige. Worldwide.
Well, y'all know how this show goes. We're going to go ahead and start off with a warm-up question. So my warm-up question is, this is your opinion, so what is the most iconic film that incorporates hot rods? What do you think, Willie? What's your favorite film?
Iconic film that incorporates hot rods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since this is
Man.
Yeah, there's so many. That's
There's so many good ones. I'd say one that comes just off the top of my head. I always loved Gone in 60 Seconds.
Dirty Dog. That was one I wrote down.
Wait, which one though? The original or the one with Nicolas Cage?
Oh, Nick Cage. I'm not sure I ever saw the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say too, we grew up with that one, so
I was gonna say the Ford people have to love the.
I agree with the Eleanor.
Mustang.
That was a beautiful car, though. I think actually that's probably one of the. I probably cried in that when they crushed Eleanor or he screwed it up bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, when you go to the auctions and see the
you bastard.
when you go to the auctions and see the remakes, have you seen how many people have remade those cars and made copies of them?
Oh yeah, there's a lot, man.
I know at the Mecum auction, there's one almost every time we go.
Yeah, it's just not the same one. There's a lot of people redoing those cars. Yeah, that was a really good movie, man. I enjoyed that one. I'm trying to think what other big names was in that movie. Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, she was.
Yeah, I know there's a few other guys that I've seen in a bunch of other movies, but I can't think of their name right now.
Yeah, me neither.
So what do you got,
Me
Rick?
neither, man.
Well, Willie stole my thunder. I wrote that down too.
Oh, he did?
I wrote that. Well, there's so many. I mean, the only thing you're not allowed to say is what's those other movies with the
Fast and Furious?
Yes, you're not allowed to say that with the little rice burners. There's some pretty cool muscle cars in there, though.
Yeah.
Oh, if you say like specifically the first movie, I think you're good.
Hey, whichever one had the Grand National in it, that one was badass.
When was that was the
Remember the black Grand National when they're robbing that truck? They had like I think it was 2 or 3 different vehicles, but he was in the Vin Diesel was in the Grand National. That
had been like the 5th or 6th one, maybe. I don't.
Dude,
The one I remember, I thought was pretty good was Tokyo Drift.
Oh yeah.
When they
that's what the dude from Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Then the guy that driving the Dodge Viper was a dude from the kid from Home Improvement, the older son.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good movie, man. I can't lie. That was one of my favorites.
It was, man.
Yeah. I was just hating on rice burners.
Yeah, because he actually, that one had a Mustang in that one too at the very end of the show, and they swapped that, I guess it was a Skyline motor into the very end.
Oh, yeah.
When they had to defeat DK for the drift or some drifting contest. I couldn't tell you what it was, but something like that. But, man, mine, oh, dude, there's so many. But I think my favorite one is American Graffiti. Even though I wasn't born when that was played, when it was going on, I've watched it a few times. But American Graffiti from 1973, it had all them badass hot rods in there. And, dude, it was just, it kind of, I know we didn't have badass hot rods in high school when we were doing it. We thought we did, but it kind of showed you, it tells the story of a group of teens that that had adventures, in a single night where they were all racing each other downtown. And, I mean, you got the 34 Ford against like a 55 Bel Air or, just, oh, dude, there were so many badass hot rods in that movie. Harrison Ford was actually in that movie. He was, I think, 31 years old when he was in that movie.
Damn, he's about as old as Willie.
Jeez. Yeah, I know. I'm old.
Hey, I'll tell you
I'm
another
slightly
car.
older than you two.
Combined.
Hey, slightly is a stretchable word, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe a year and a half.
A year and a half goes a long ways, bud.
Times 20. Hey, I'll go back on that and say another car that is remade a bunch, which was a good movie, was what we talked about, the Smokey and the Bandit.
Yes.
That was a pretty awesome car.
Yes, that was a good movie. That
Yeah, lots of hot rods in that movie.
Yeah. Well, Burt Reynolds and what was her name? Sally. What was it? Sally Fields?
Sally Fields.
Yes.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I like the sheriff. He's hilarious.
The sheriff and the son.
Yeah. Daddy's holding his hat when they're going down the road, and the roof's blown off and the doors are knocked off. Oh my God.
You some bitch.
Hey, wasn't the truck driver for Smokey and the Bandit? What was that singer's name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, he was.
Jerry.
He wrote.
Yes,
Jerry
something.
Jerry. Oh, Dean.
I can see his face.
Oh.
Reed.
He did the
Reed,
song.
Jerry Reed, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's the one that sung Eastbound and Down.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the song.
Yep.
Yep.
And that was the theme
I
song
think
for the show or movie.
I think he wrote it for the movie. If I'm right, I'm not
Yes.
100% sure, but I think he did.
Yep.
Him and okay, here's some trivia for you. What was his dog's name?
Oh.
Because he says it when they're on the side of the road, they're letting him. I think he's going to the bathroom or something.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Oh man,
He's like, come on, blah blah blah. His name.
Willie?
I don't, man.
Fred.
I can't.
Fred?
I don't,
Fred. He's like, come on, Fred.
It was something
Oh,
basic.
yeah, he does.
It's like a hound, right?
Person
What do
name.
you call him?
Was it? Yeah, it was a.
He's like what or not? What do you call it? Like basset hound? Or
I
something?
think it was a basset hound. Yeah, the one with the floppy ears and
Yeah.
Oh man.
Come on, Fred.
Yeah, I think another. It's not a movie. Well, they did make a movie, but a good TV show was Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah.
That was
Oh yeah,
that's iconic.
General Lee.
Yes, that was an iconic show.
Those
right
are
there.
all the most replicated cars you'll see
Yes,
at
the
the auctions.
General Lee.
And, yeah. Man, and they sell and
Yep.
they sell and they sell.
Yep.
Oh, them Daisy Dukes, man. Daisy Dukes.
So
Daisy Duke.
well, which one was better, Jessica Simpson or the original?
Ooh. Man, you can't take nothing away from the original. I mean, don't get me wrong, Justice Simpson was hot too, but man.
Well, Johnny Knoxville being in that remake, you can't take that serious.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott, man.
Oh, my
They made it
God.
pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie, that was
Yeah,
good.
it was almost like American
Willie
Pie.
Nelson was Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think Burt Reynolds was he the sheriff? No, he was the mayor, or was he the sheriff?
Oh man, I can't remember anymore.
Oh, he was the sheriff. Yeah, he was the sheriff.
I ain't
Yeah,
seen
I
that
haven't
movie
watched
in a
that
long time
I
either.
haven't either.
Long time, yeah.
You know, another, you mentioned American Graffiti, but another movie that was similar to that had a lot of hot rods in it was Dazed and Confused.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah, because they were
remember
talking about
watching
that. They talk about that one car, and he goes through the whole description of it. You know, four 4-bell carburetor, yada yada, this and that. I can't remember what he all says in it, but it's not a movie, but a good TV show. Y'all remember Home Improvement with Tim Allen?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every single episode, or most of his episodes, he was building cars in his garage, and
Was that noise he made?
Yeah.
He can make some noises.
Oh yeah. Most of his shows that he does, like, I don't know if you've seen was it Last Man Standing? Mm-hmm. So he's building cars in that show too, and I found a little fun fact. It's not fun for him, but so the truck that I think he drives in that show, him and some of the crew guys were building that truck over years, and they put it in the show. Well, the Last Man Standing show ended because of political reasons, and the TV show or whatever, like ABC, whoever was on, he was going back to go get that truck. Well, he went to go get it, and it was never there. Nobody knows what happened to it. So I think they were trying to get back at him for standing on his political stance, which I think is kind of bullshit. You're taking away guys that put sweat, blood, tears into a truck, and you take that away from him. That's kind of a low blow, I think. Sorry.
Yeah.
Poor Tim.
I haven't seen Last Man Standing. I need to watch that show.
Oh, dude, it's a really good show. It's a conservative show, and he makes fun of a lot of the left-wing people. That's why he got canceled.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hold on.
All right. Well, we got a...
Oh, man.
Did y'all hear the beer pop?
Ooh. I heard something pop. I thought that was your knee or something.
You're
your back.
It's kind of difficult on my phone, but yeah, I just popped the top. So.
I thought you were taking a bathroom break.
Oh yeah, that's what we were waiting on.
Yeah, go. No, I did that before I got on the pod. That's sorry.
Hey, can you give the people a visual?
It took me a minute, so I had to release the Kraken. After a long day on a long day in the woods on the deer stand.
Oh man,
that brings us to our next question.
It's just better in a toilet, on a throne.
You didn't want to post up next to a tree and use some of the leaves to wipe.
Yeah, blow the pine off of it, or
get some poison ivy.
Blow the bark off of it.
Man.
After a little hot sauce and some whiskey the night before and some coffee.
Yeah.
Blow the bark.
Man. Oof. Sounds like you're almost having a story like Seth had. At least nobody was shooting at you.
He's shitting about a 7-ton.
But I was able to make it home and sit on a throne instead of do it in the woods,
That's how the rich people do it.
That's a good visual for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I didn't have to wipe my ass with leaves, I promise.
You didn't grab a squirrel?
That always reminds me. You remember that store in the mall, Route 21?
Yeah.
They had all those funny shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the shirts had an owl sitting in a tree, and it said, "Save paper, wipe your ass with an owl, save a tree." And the owl's just sitting there looking pissed off.
Oh my god!
Where the hell did they come up with that?
I don't know, man. Them. Oh, they had a bunch of good T-shirts back. Sayings.
It wasn't like that owl from back in the 70s that would lick the Tootsie Pop right to get to the center.
How many licks does it take to get to the center?
How many licks does it take to clean your butt?
That would have been glorious. It would have been glorious if that was the owl. That was
I'm sure somebody has done that. If not, somebody's going to take this idea and do it now. I copyright that.
No, I'm still waiting for that shirt with the pothole with the fish around in it.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm waiting on.
If any of your listeners can do T-shirts, please make a T-shirt with somebody fishing in a pothole.
We need a megalodon coming out of a pothole.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was funny.
Oh, gosh. Well, let's go ahead and get to our daily dose of national news today.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. So, can you take any guesses what today is, Willie? Any national days?
National Day today on... Gonna
give you a little tip in case you drove all the way up there on that hunting trip. It is National Check Your Windshield Wiper Days. Ooh. So if you got a straggler hanging off, go ahead and pay a little attention to that.
Yeah. I know down here in Texas, we don't really need it right now.
To have that once a year, maybe someone will notice and change your windshield wiper.
Yeah. We don't even have windshield wipers in Texas because there's no rain.
Yeah, we don't need it right now.
It's like a dust bowl right now.
We just do the Ace Ventura sticker head out the window while we're going down the highway.
Yeah.
We just wipe the dust off of them when we stop to get gas at the gas station.
Yeah.
Hey, here's another national day for you, Willie, since you're out in the woods fighting bears off.
Ooh.
Take a hike day. It is National Take a Hike Day.
Well, I can say I hiked today for National Hike Day.
Well, see,
I had to walk 3/4 of a mile back in just to get to my blind. So,
oh Lord,
old Klecker walked a little over a mile.
Yeah.
Dang. He felt sorry for you. He said, I ain't going to make this old man walk that far.
Yeah, it's not that far, but
did you bring your
carry a pack and
Did you bring your button with you? Your help me, I've fallen, I can't get up button?
Oh, your life alert?
Your life alert?
No, I didn't have a life alert today. It was risky.
Ooh, man, going out on a limb.
I was feeling dangerous today. like Austin Powers. Austin Danger Powers.
Danger Powers.
Danger's my middle name.
It's also a homemade bread day. Ooh. And it's also butter day, so those two go together pretty good. Some warm homemade bread.
Dude, my mom can make some damn good homemade bread.
Oh, man. I'm getting hungry.
Klecker just made some amazing steaks and some baked potatoes, and man, the amount of butter he loaded on those potatoes, I was like, damn, my heart skipped a beat for a second, but then I was like, I don't care, man. It was a long day in the woods.
Salute to butter day.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, butter.
Well, if you eat too much of that bread and butter, then this will be more relevant. It's also, the last thing I have is it's button day. So, when the gut gets a little bit, it's button day, like the button on your pants.
Button?
Yep.
Yeah, when you eat too much bread and butter, your button pops off your pants, and then...
Yeah, you got to get a bigger size.
Uh-huh. You know what they say.
Oh.
I don't know what they say. It just sounded like something to say.
Oh, man.
I was to say, what do they say? They pop that button? Or
Well, here's an interesting fact about Button Day. So in the 1300s, Europe was so button crazy, the church started calling them the Devil's Snare. This was probably because most women's clothing of the time buttoned up the front. Huh.
Oh, yeah.
What the
Wow.
heck? Yeah.
Learn something new.
Yeah.
All the time.
Wow. Okay.
Here's another interesting fact. In 2014, a button that was once part of the Texas Confederate Navy uniform circa the Civil War sold for over $2,000. So if you got any buttons, you might want to keep hold of them. They might be worth some money.
Yeah, tell them it's from the Civil War.
There is a Catholic school in San Antonio whose mascot, they're called the Buttons.
What?
Oh, really?
Yes. This is like something buttons or the buttons. I have to look it up. It's like one of the oddest. It always makes that list of like one of the oddest or most unusual mascots in Texas.
Well, I guess I'd rather have that name than being called the New Braunfels Unicorns.
Is it really their name?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that is the name of New Braunfels mascot. We could totally do an episode just on mascots.
I work with a guy. He's from New Braunfels. I think he went to that school. He's part of the Unicorns. He's probably a few years older than us. Sometimes I wonder about him.
Yep. It's New Braunfels High School, the Unicorns.
wow.
Oh, man.
Damn. Kind of like being called the Fairies.
I'm sure there's a team out there called that.
Oh, man.
Hopefully they got a good football team.
I was talking about this list that I saw. Like the Unicorns made that list, and they made it as the best/worst team name. That's what they called it, the best/worst.
Wow.
What the?
Because it just depends how you look at it, I guess. Some people think it's awesome because they're the only ones with that name, and then some people think it's terrible because it's a unicorn.
Oh man,
Majestic creature. Oh gosh.
yeah, that's one of a kind. I guess, like, Shiner, Comanches. There's Indians. There's,
Well, no, there is another Comanches. Believe it or not, in Texas,
Well,
only one
that-
other school though.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's so many different Indians,
Yeah.
Comanches. What's some?
You got the Apaches down the
Yeah,
road.
like all
Ganado.
around us right
Yeah,
here.
you got Ganado Indian. Yeah, Ganado Indians, ain't it?
I think. Yeah, I think.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, and then
You got Sacred Heart Indians.
So. Hey, Industrial's
oh,
got
you're
a
talking
cool one.
about? Yeah, you're just talking about nearby. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that we know around here. I'm sure there's plenty more.
I like Industrials. They got the Cobras.
The Cobras.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
Yep.
football,
Cobras is good.
well, how did Shiner do the other day?
It was like 60.
Well, didn't they play
or, I mean,
Woodsboro?
60-7 or
It
something.
was-
It was pretty
I think it
bad.
was 69-6.
Yeah, yeah,
Jeez. So this was the first round of playoffs, right, for us?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. They played
It
Woodsboro.
was
Woodsboro.
Yeah, it was Woodsboro. It was bad. I wasn't like, I didn't watch or anything. I don't even know if they had a video stream, but I checked in on the score, and I think it was like 42-0 in the first quarter.
Good Lord.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
44 I think it was 44-0. Yeah, it was an odd score. Yeah, it was 44 in the first quarter.
I'm not sure if it's true, but I heard they started the clock in the second and they just let it roll.
I'm sure they
Yeah,
did.
that's like the second or third game they've had that's happened for Shiner already. Once they got in the district.
Dang. Man, that's good.
Yeah.
Dang. I think even like our old rivalry, Refugio, so we're not in the same class with them anymore, but Refugio, I think their first playoff game was the exact same way as Shiner.
Yeah, they had I think they had a
Yeah,
pretty
there's
good
like
blowout.
Yeah.
it's 65 to something. I saw the score earlier.
Well,
Yeah, Ganado beat somebody even worse. It was like 75-12 or something like that.
So has Ganado and Refugio played each other yet?
No, they're not in the same district this year.
So they're gonna eventually meet up. So they'll eventually meet up in the playoffs. Then they'll probably be like the same round as Refugio and Shiner always was.
It'll be the third round, I think. So I saw someone say earlier. I haven't looked at that bracket, but
That'll be a fun game to
Always
watch.
got to be a third round.
Yep.
The bad luck round.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh man. Well, I guess today's episode we're gonna be basing it off hot rods, as y'all can tell on our first question. So let's go ahead and jump into that.
Ooh, what you got? What you got?
How do I know? Sitting in that Camaro talking to me, they're going to be big bucket racing sitting out there an hour and a half. I go, oh, the guys that said I tell you one time, I go,
What are you doing?
Cleaning a flintlock musket from the Revolutionary War while enjoying bacon and biscuits. This is what our forefathers died for.
Can you do that in your den?
The Bill of Rights says I can do this wherever I want to do.
Really?
All right, Willie, ready for some hard questions?
No, I'm sure they're going to be hard today.
Well, they're not history this time. Now, well, it is kind of history. I mean, old vehicles,
Yeah, history of vehicles.
a little bit of automotive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, go ahead and shoot. You'll probably stump me a lot today.
You
I'll
got
let know.
you got help over there. You can call your clicker over to
yeah,
help you out.
yeah, wake them up.
He's on the phone. He's on the phone with someone else. Probably my sister.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you better behave.
yep.
I'm gonna whoop y'all. So do you? I'll go over a couple different vehicles that you can kind of take a little guess at how to identify them. So, do you know any differences between a 67, 68, and 69 Camaro? How would you identify them? You know any differences?
Ooh, I know these answers. I'll let Willie shoot. I know maybe one or two.
Yeah, I just wrote down maybe two or three.
I'm just gonna take a wild guess here because I actually don't know, but something with the headlights maybe.
There's a little bit in the grill. Marker light's a little different. So
I know
67 and a 68 are a lot more similar than 69 kind of was up their own.
I know the 67, 68 had narrow fenders, and the 69 had that wider, more aggressive look fenders.
Yeah, 69 was they claim lower from the factory, lower, wider. It just sharper body lines, squared off fender wells. Man, they look good.
That's why the 69 was so popular.
Yeah,
man.
they definitely stand out.
Yep.
The 67, 68, they're a lot more like. Well, here's one way you can tell it's a 69. So they call them gills on the quarter panel in front of the rear wheel.
Yeah.
There's it almost looks like fish gills. You know, it's actually pre-made and stamped into the quarter. So that was one way you could tell. So when you're looking at a 67 and a 68, another way that you can tell those apart, you can look directly at your door glass window.
Oh, yeah.
So a 67 actually is the only one that has the vent window.
The 67 is the only one that's got the vent window?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 67 has the vent window. 68 and 69 have one solid window, which I like so much better. They don't leak as bad.
Yeah.
So then another one, how about how do you tell the difference between a 55, 56, or 57 Chevy car?
Oh, I know that one too.
Oh, man.
There's actually a lot, but like the common ones I kind of wrote down.
Yeah. I know it has to do with like the trim line on it, the body line, the way it looks.
Yeah, a little bit of different trims.
Yeah.
The rear fenders are a little different too, aren't they? Up on the top, going to the tail lights.
Yeah, so like a 57 has that real sharp tail fin.
Yeah.
The real they're like by far the most beautiful.
Isn't the 57, or maybe I was dreaming this, the gas cap is behind one of the taillights, or no?
Yeah, I can't remember which one that is.
Maybe it was the 57.
Yeah, they actually make kits to redo that and make the taillight pop out so you can feel it. It's pretty neat.
Because I remember it was at 57. We had it at the shop, at your shop. I never noticed it, but like when you open the door, it's got like a cover, I guess. It protects from rain coming in, but when you open the door, it flips up.
Oh, the little flip, the little flap deal.
I've never really noticed that until you had that 57 come in the shop. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of differences. I mean, they look really close to the same, but if you also look, it's hard to really pin down and say, oh, this is different and that's different. But there's also a 210 version, which is it could be a 57, but it could be a 210 version, which is like the base. You know, it's the base. It's not as fancy. It doesn't have the real flashy trim like the I don't know what you would call the better looking 57 with a nice tail fin,
deluxe,
all the
maybe.
Trim, the little gold lettering. I mean, those are
the 210. Was it like an old 6
I don't know what they come with, but it's basically the base. Like it's the bottom feeder. You know, like if you go out and buy a newer truck, you know, you got all the different additions and the nicer and new. Well, this was the bottom feeder. It's kind of like Dodge trucks. They have a tradesman. That's like a tradesman is a work vehicle.
Yeah,
that was kind of like that. Like, we don't really care. It's still a 50s model Chevy car, but it's not as flashy.
Yeah,
doesn't have the fancy upgrades.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. When we worked on that 40 Ford for what's his name, Daryl. I didn't know there was different trim packages on that too. With that grill, like that grill was
completely
like
changed the grill.
Yeah.
There was a deluxe grill and a standard grill.
Yeah, and the standard.
And one had vertical bars and one had horizontal bars.
Yeah.
That's how you could tell the difference.
Yeah. I think the vertical one always looked best to me. I mean.
Yeah. Hey, well, there's actually a difference in the hoods on the 57 too. So a 55 and a 56 has a smooth hood, where a 57 has
those inserts in there.
They call them like rockets or bullets.
Yes.
Yeah. So they kind of incorporated that through the whole car, though. You know, you have the bullets on the hood or rockets or whatever they want to call them, but we call them bullets. But you look at the bumper too; they had the pointy little bullets on the bumper. They had it in the hood. Yeah, everything was more sharp, I thought.
Man, there was something else that was different on those two from the 55 or 55 and 57. I think it was something
the
with
57s.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think the fender. I don't really remember it on the 55s, but it almost had like a slot inside the fender above the headlight. I guess for airflow to come in. Oh, I can't remember if the 55 had that or not.
Yeah. I know the headlights. They kind of you can see the openings a little different. It seems like on them. But I know the marker lights are different too. That's another way you can tell. Like the 56, they had the big square marker light in the grill under the headlight.
Yeah, okay.
That was another one where the 57 actually had the round turd signal in the grill.
Yeah.
But then your 55 actually had the signal in the front of the fender under the headlight. It wasn't actually in the grill. So that's another way you can kind of tell. Like, to me, a 55, they say the grill is wider, like bigger on the 57, but the 55 looks like a big mouth almost. Like it seems taller, wider. Like that's how I usually can tell the 55 right away. But, yeah, there's a few differences.
Yeah.
But 55 is really popular. 57 is really popular. 56 are nice, but maybe the little lesser of the two or three.
Yeah. Yeah, see, what well, it was your grandpa's, but your dad's got it now, the 57, right?
Yeah. The gasser.
The gasser, yeah.
Yeah.
That one had, what, the 327 in there?
Well, they were thinking it was, but now they're wondering if it's like some 289 or whatever, the little real small, but they put this crazy cam in it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think y'all will have to check me on this, but I don't think Chevy had an engine over 300 cubic inches, in the 1950s. I don't think that came about till the 60s, right?
Yeah, that might be another good trivia question.
Yeah, I think you're right. You look that up.
I don't know, but I know there's like a million on top of another million of small block Chevy 350s around.
Oh, yeah, that's a dime a dozen.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, those things were in every hot rod, every muscle car, everything for years.
Yeah, those were the precursor to the LS now.
Yeah. Now the LSs are taking a bunch of it.
Yep. That's the new one now.
You're seeing more and more at the car shows,
Yeah, they're getting easier to swap now. I know when we started doing it, there was stuff out there, but it was so expensive and limited. Stuff we could do.
I mean, just like the wiring harness. If you wanted to keep it fuel injected, used to it was, $700 to $1,000 at the time when they came out. Now you can go on eBay for like $300 or less.
Yep.
It's 9-day difference on parts for sure.
So the first 300 cubic inch, anything over 300 for Chevy was 67 to 69. It was a 302 cubic inch motor.
Wow.
So, and the 350 was in 1967 is when it started.
Dang.
Wow. So,
yeah,
something I kind of knew.
Yeah. So I kind of wonder, like, when you look at the 67, 68, 69, like the Camaros like we were talking about.
Yeah.
I wonder in the RS or SS versions, I kind of wonder what – I never looked up to see what all they actually came with.
So I know most of them were with the 327 that came in there. Because didn't they have a special motor called the Mighty Mouse?
Oh, man,
Small block?
Remember.
I think it was at 327 they called it the Mighty Mouse. I remember your grandpa and all them talking about it, June and all them.
Yeah, I can't remember.
We need to get that group on here one time.
Yeah.
Oh, man, dude, they got so many stories. Oh, my God.
All I got to do is bring Coors Light.
You said it was a 302?
Yeah, 302.
Didn't Chevy have a 305 at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, 305, yeah.
Yeah, 302 was a real popular Ford.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, and I knew about the 289. I knew they had a 289 at one time.
Yep.
Yeah, they give those away now.
Yeah.
I bet.
Anchors for your boat.
Yeah, somebody was wanting to give one away, and I thought it was a 350, and they were like, they said it was a 289. I was like, yeah. I don't know.
That'd be good for a decor, maybe for a tabletop or something.
Yeah.
Use it as a table.
Good fishing sinker.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the only people looking for that is someone who's trying to be like true original, OG when they're restoring something.
Yeah, that's
man,
it.
I thought that was the coolest thing, you keeping the car original, but now I'm just like, nobody really cares. There's maybe a few handful guys that still want their vehicle the same, VIN matching, but dude, there's so many options out there. You can make a freaking Well, it's like that 40 Ford we did. We retro did it. You know, dude's got AC in it, fuel injected motor.
Modernized,
man. Power windows, power locks.
Drives good, runs good, starts.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think that was due to the fuel injection system. But, I mean, it's awesome with, you know, today's technology, what we can do with these old vehicles. I'd rather spend 60, 70 grand on a, you know, 80 model Chevy and make it run like how a freaking 2022 Chevy motor is, or Chevy truck now is.
Yeah, and that's what everybody wants, is the old look with the modern drivability.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of like all I was saying is it's kind of like what I think I said it on a previous pod about AJ. Like, I was just messing with AJ, but they make those
electric
Tesla swaps, electric motor swaps.
Oh man,
I'm kind of curious what that even cost.
Man, I looked up the motors; they're pretty pricey.
Well, I was gonna say I saw, what was that? It was like a yellow 55.7 Chevy car or something like that. I think it made some kind of magazine, but I think it was at SEMA.
Yeah, it was at SEMA last year. I think,
and they had some type of electric motor in it.
Yeah. Because that's when, I think, last year SEMA, it was last year or the year before that, that's when you started seeing a lot of these Tesla swaps kicking off.
Yeah.
And at first I'm like, oh, that's kind of lame. I mean.
Hey, what I like better is the picture I saw the other day of the Cybertruck. Isn't that what they call it? The silver stainless looking?
Yeah.
They had a Cummins sitting in front of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Would you drive one of those if they gave it to you?
I don't know. I don't know enough about them, and it just kind of looked funny.
What do you think?
If it had a Cummins in it, though, I'd probably drive it. Roll cold.
Man, yeah, the looks just got me. Yeah, it does look kind of funny, and yeah, I don't know. I guess it'd be fun just to drive it, to try it, but I wouldn't keep it.
I don't know. Yeah. I think I would keep it. There's some stuff I've seen guys did, like they jacked it up, put some off-road tires on it, made it look like a military style. I think I'd drive it. It's pretty cool looking.
What's funny, because you only saw it in like the stainless, the raw looking stainless.
Yeah.
And then now I've seen some in black.
Dude, I've seen one, where was it? I think I was going to either San Antonio or Houston a while back, and it was purple. It was wrapped. It was like a chrome purple look to it. Wow. It looked pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. I think it might have been Houston,
might
because
influenced me a little bit more.
Because it had what are those things called on there? Not the spinners, the curb feelers, I guess, spokes. The spokes that stuck out.
No,
it was Houstonized.
I worked with a guy. He had those on his car. I used to joke with him and called them ankle cutters. They coming after me with them ankle cutters. Roll up next to the sidewalk and catch me.
Hey, he could. Look, trucks are quiet, man. Hey, you might be onto something there.
Sneak up on people.
Riot control vehicle. You can sneak up on the right one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Protect your ankles.
I would, if I was going to drive something that looked like a Tesla truck, I'd just buy a DeLorean.
Yeah.
Go back to the future or what? Gonna be like that. What was the Great Hit of guys?
What was it? Doc. Yeah, Doc. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Doc.
Hey, okay. There's a trivia question right there. Do you know where those DeLoreans are made at?
Ooh.
I do not.
It's actually right around where you're at right now. In that area.
Where I'm at?
Yes. In that area.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere around Houston, I'm guessing.
Humble.
Huh. Humble, okay.
No, not humble. Humble.
Humble.
Yes.
Humble, yeah.
Mumble.
They don't pronounce that H over here.
Yeah. I was about to slap you over the phone.
Oh, come on with it. Shiner boy defending some Houston names.
Yeah. Sounding like all these other Yankees over here is pronouncing those certain areas wrong, like
Palestine instead of steam.
Yes. Or
refugio instead of refugio.
Yeah, yes. Oh man,
hey, we're gonna have a podcast fight now, or what?
Or,
like the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson deal.
I'll have another video coming up about because we went to some parks last month, but we went to I called it Cato Lake, and I got corrected. Actually, by my father-in-law, it's Caddo Lake.
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 T's instead of 2 D's.
Caddo. Huh.
Hey, it's like my wife
Caddo,
pronouncing
like
Bear
that.
County wrong.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, my
We're going to
God.
the racetrack and my car's on the trailer.
Oh, you got to tell that story, dude. That was funny.
Yeah, so we've got my mega cab loaded down. We're pulling the race car to the trailer, to the track, and she's keeps looking over her shoulder, and it's like, God, somebody is all over our ass. Like they're all like right behind you. And I look back, I'm like, what are you talking? There's nobody for like a mile, and we're on I-10 on the highway, and she turns around, and it's my race car on the trailer behind us that I'm pulling.
She thought the race car was
She thought somebody was tailing us, like riding me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she'll like that story. But, yeah, and then it doesn't stop there. Then we pass a sign. And, getting close to San Antonio, you have Bear County, right?
Right.
Well, you see how it's spelled, Bexar,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So she goes, oh, Bexar County.
Oh,
Like, oh, you'll piss everybody off in San Antonio. With
dude,
that.
we didn't. She does not live that down,
No,
man.
that's the running joke for the last few years now.
Oh, man, that's been a while since that happened. I don't think I laughed that hard when she said that.
So next time I see Brittany, I gotta say, I'm just gonna tell her, "What's up, Bexar?"
Yeah, so y'all going to rodeo in Bexar County?
She'll know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, she'll know it right away. She called hell for that.
Oh, man. That was a long trip back home, too, because when we passed it again, I think one of us said that.
Oh, yeah. She was getting roasted.
Oh, poor Brittany.
Nobody gets a free ride around here.
No. Oh, man.
Well, you think about all like the little communities just around where we live. Like I'm sure a lot of those get butchered too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. I had a guy I work with, so he's pretty hilarious, man. He does a lot of social media stuff, but I work with him at Baker, and we were coming from, I can't remember. We were like, I think we were coming through like San Antonio or something like that, and he saw these washaterias on the side of the road, and he keeps looking around, and he's like, we're in the back seat, and the guy, there's 4 of us in the truck, and he just keeps looking. He's like, I don't understand it. He's got this North Carolina accent, and he keeps looking around. He's like, what are all these washaterias? We all looked at him like, what the hell are you talking about? We didn't understand what he was talking about. He's like, look, right there, the washateria. It was a little laundromat. I died laughing.
What was he thinking? It was some kind of Mexican
dude.
restaurant?
Yeah. He goes, oh, I'm a dumbass. Just his accent was hilarious when he said it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, another one that got him was Refugio.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Refugio, right?
Yeah.
We always say Refugio.
Refugio. Got a guy at work, he does that. He says, no, it's Refugio. I was like, no, it's Refugio, dude. Where's the whore at? No, it's Refugio. Man, come on.
Yeah. They said, hey, you need to run some parts down there. Past, you go through Refugio, take a left, and he's like, you talking about Refugio? He was hilarious.
Why don't you walk into a business in Refugio and tell them Refugio? See what happens.
Hey, he might get away with it. He's a pretty big boy. He was hilarious.
Oh, my gosh. It's like that street over there in Houston when we lived up there in Houston, Kirkendall.
Oh, yeah.
And, dude, we went to UTI, and there was kids from all over the nation. And there were some guys that, how do you say that? I can't say how they said it. It was just off the wall. Kakendile or something like that.
The Boston.
Yeah.
Kakendile?
Kakendile or something like that. It's like, no, dude, it's Kirkendall.
Yeah.
You're like, where's the R at? I said, there is no R there. It's Kirkendall. That's how you say it. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's some weird spelled stuff for sure.
I know I got Katie. When we went to that Cody Johnson concert a few weeks back, we're on whatever that main highway. You can go from I-10 all the way to 45, 99, I think. And one of the signs said Kirkendall on it. I said, pronounce that that word for me, and she was getting nervous because she knew I was going to roast her. She said it wrong, and she got it right.
Dang. Cheater.
I think I may have said it, told her before. So.
Oh shoot! Look at like Vichy Rod going to Hallettsville over there.
Oh yeah.
You know some people are gonna butcher that, or the hill I live on, Velocnets.
Oh yeah, that one's rough.
Velocnet.
That one tears some people up big time.
Oh yeah. Throw them off, especially if they don't know they're not from around here.
No, yeah. I remember an announcer, like, I went to a football game, and I want to say it was after we had graduated, and it was, or y'all might have still been seniors, I don't know, but DJ was running the ball, and that announcer, man, would be listening on the radio. He'd be like, and run the ball is DJ Putska.
Oh, I love it when they chop up Bedeker's name. Bo Decker.
Oh, man. There's some good ones.
Oh, man.
Well, I thought my name was easy, and they said Riker and Richter. And, I've heard some funny ones.
Or when they do Clazel, they do a Colossal.
Colossal.
Colossal for the tackle. Oh, man.
Oh, they'll shoot, like my last name, people like will spell it wrong. They'll put like 2 E's, or I even had someone put Leicth. I was like, what? How'd y'all get
maybe
that?
They think you're German.
Leich. Yeah, there was no T. It was Leich. I'm like, shake my head, like, what the hell?
Well, let's curve around back to these hot rod topics, man. You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, that was the 2 vehicles I wanted to add in there.
Well, one thing I have that I'd like to talk about is your favorite classic vehicle of all time, like the one you got to go to. Even though you probably may not own it, or you may own it, but one of your favorites. You want to go with that one, Willie?
Sure.
Don't be taking my damn vehicle.
Me personally, I've always wanted like a 63 Corvette.
You son of a bitch.
I had that wrote down.
Seriously?
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, mine was a 62 Chevy Corvette.
Oh, you did write that down?
I did. I wrote a 62 Chevy Corvette
Willie,
down.
you're a damn thief. You stole Eleanor from me. You're gone in 60 seconds.
Okay.
And then you robbed Dollard of his Corvette.
Okay, you give me a close second and give me a Stingray. Give me like a 67 Stingray.
I think they changed that body style in 64. I think it was. Because 63 was still that bubble style looking one. I think 64 is when they started going to that fastback, or the split window. That's what it is. A split, like what Daryl had, that Stingray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his was a 64.
Yeah, his was a 66.
Or 66,
yeah,
that's
66
right.
convertible.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he had that, what was that, a 427?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
I remember one way to clean that sucker up.
Yeah, multiple times.
Dollar, which early Corvettes had the double headlights in the front?
That was 62. 60.
Okay.
Yeah. 62 is when they did the double. I think it was 62.
Yeah, because when you got in the late 70s, I like those bodies, but they had the flip up lights. They didn't have the just out in the open.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was leaning towards whatever the year with the double headlights was, so I might have been right with you there.
61, I think they still had the single. I believe they still had the single headlight on there.
Man, those things go for some money.
They do. No, 61 still has double. Yeah, 61 still has double also.
Well, I know,
when they start the double?
The 61. 61 they started double. So 61 to 63 is when they still had the double, but there was a little differences between those cars, like the body style, little lines here and there. So I like the 62, man, because I've seen, just the double headlight, the body style, it's just a smooth, body lines are curvy, it's just perfect car. And I've seen some guys do some resto rods. Actually, that one we went to Hat Rods and Hatters, and I think it was the one in Lockhart.
Oh, Lockhart, yeah.
Dude, they had that 62 there. Oh, my God, I fell in love, man. It was like, I think he won the show for that, too.
I like when they, they kind of had that body line that curved into the door.
Yeah.
So, I know I think the one you were talking about was like a blue
Yes, it was a blue.
Beautiful
Like a blue.
blue
It was
color.
like a blue and a black, and he had an LS motor. I can't remember what LS motor was, but
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's nice.
I think he
Well,
won
I like
the-
where they did like I've seen some black ones that had the where it curves into the door, the whites in the
Yeah,
inlay
and
in
that
the middle.
insertion or that
Oh,
insert.
man,
Yeah,
those are.
yeah,
those are good.
Those are a beautiful car.
Well, you
man.
know, I don't
Yeah,
even know what
I
those
always
are
love those
selling for.
cars.
Yeah.
I would wonder. Surely there's not that many of those made for them to be so damn expensive.
No.
Well, I know like the late '60s. I'll watch some of the auctions on TV, and those are six-figure cars all day.
Oh yeah.
You know, 120 something thousand, 150,000. Oh man,
And I mean, you can have them hard top or convertible.
yeah.
So,
Yep. I mean, truth be told, I probably couldn't even fit in one to drive it.
yeah, same
'Cause I
here.
remember how tiny those little fucking cabs were. So.
Yeah. I know that 66, it was pretty tight, and it was a standard.
Yeah.
You know, driving it, it seemed like a little go-kart. I mean, that thing was on the ground, short,
Yep.
just, yeah, kind of funny. And then to have a 427, that was plenty motor for that car.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over in the 400 cubic inches in that little go-kart. I mean, that's,
See, the original
Go
price.
fast.
Original
Go
price on a '61 Corvette was $3,934.
oh, wow.
Wow.
Came with a 283 3-speed manual, 4-speed manual, or 2-speed power glide.
There's that old 283.
Oh, here we go. Units produced for the 61 was 10,000, basically 11,000 units, I'll say.
Dang.
So yeah, there's not many
Not very much.
There's not too many of them out there.
That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't see them that much.
No.
And if you do, you better buy it.
Yeah, hopefully it's in. Most of them are in good shape.
I know the late 60s, you know, I had heard, which I can't remember if that's true or not, but if you needed to pull the fuel tank, you have to pull the body. Just the way the gas tank was mounted. That's
Really?
that's what I was told. So, like, oh, man, if you let it sit long enough and the tank is bad, oh, my gosh.
Oh, I bet
Wow.
that's a nightmare.
Might fact check me on that one, but I was told you have to pull the body off. That's terrible.
That is. That'd be the first thing I'd do then, I guess. Go ahead and get that out of the way.
Get it over with.
Yep.
Uh-uh-uh.
Man.
Yeah, they're nice though.
What's your favorite vehicle or your favorite one, Rick?
Man, it's hard because I feel like I've changed so much. Because when I started, I always thought my dad always raced, you know, his Nova, and then he got another Nova, which I ended up buying later. You know, so I was really into the Novas, the Camaros. I like the Chevelle. I mean, all those Chevrolet muscle cars. They were really nice. They really, you know, something interesting about that too. I don't know if people know. You can take the whole front end out from underneath a Nova and put it under a Camaro.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Literally. Well,
Me neither.
I mean, if it's all together, I guess is one thing. You'd have to take your other stuff apart, but it's like 4 bolts and your whole front end will roll out from underneath the car. 'Cause there's no frame.
Right.
You know, that's why you don't see a lot of Chevelles at the racetrack because they're a full frame car. They're heavier.
Yeah.
Whereas you see Novas, Camaros all the time, and that's why, because they don't have that full frame underneath. So
Yeah.
that explains the reason. But yeah, I really favored those, and man, lately I've really gotten into the square body trucks, the Chevy trucks.
Yeah, that's a given right there.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
the
I
mean,
same way.
It's obvious if you're at my house.
Yeah. Sitting by 2 of them right now.
Yeah. Well, I found a single cab dually, so I was like, 454, that's fun to play with. So I found that, and then I found the single cab short wheelbase 84, and it was plain Jane 350. Put a cam stuff in it. It's definitely fun to drive.
Yeah, you can't beat that. You can't beat that old square body, man. That's just.
You still got that $1, that long wheelbase?
Yes, I do. Yep,
It was
sitting
81, yeah.
Yeah, it's 81. It's sitting at the house. I got. That's on the back burner too right now.
It's easy to put stuff on the
I
back burner.
understand.
Got the 74. Got the. I got the 74, the 81, and my 94.
Oh man,
my
the Blazer,
OBS.
the
Yeah.
Blazer's the baby. That one was a fun
Yeah,
one.
that one. God, I'm gonna go broke again with that one. When I do get money, I'm gonna go broke again with that one. Well, I guess by the time I get to it, maybe they'll have some really cool stuff for it.
Yeah, that's a good thing about waiting. They come out with better stuff, more technology.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They make it easier for you to do it. Not cheaper, but easier.
yeah.
Never cheaper.
No, for good quality stuff, it's never going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
No.
It's like I just want to take the body off, do the body work, and roll a full blown assembled chassis on it already. You know, that's the way to go.
Hey, Willie, you got some money?
Yeah. Start a donation.
Start a GoFundMe.
Well, I know this one guy you should call first.
Who?
Oh, yeah. The guy that fishes a lot in potholes?
Yeah. Yes, that guy.
It's just a bottle.
We'll start a donation. You know how they do the dog commercials or whatever, the sad dogs.
Yeah,
and
you
all
got to put the sad music on.
Yeah, we'll put the sad Chevy square body owners out there. $1 a day. You can help the square body Chevy guy complete his project so he could feed his family again.
Look at this sad truck sitting here rusting in the rain. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The left rear tire is going flat.
Yeah. $1 a day. You could save that chrome from rusting.
And he will send you.
You can prevent this sacrilege.
You will get a picture of the owner and the square body Chevy.
We'll give you a ride.
Yeah.
We'll kick you out. Don't spill your beer.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Yeah, no, they definitely grew. They definitely grew on me. And I will say about the trucks, too, they're a lot easier to work on.
Yeah.
You have so much more room where the cars, sometimes it's tight. Especially with going something new, more wiring, fuel injection. All the extra wiring is the computer has to go somewhere. The wiring has to go somewhere. Yeah, it seems like it goes back and forth 5 times.
And I'm not all.
I love that.
I'm a big Chevy guy. I love my Chevy trucks, the square bodies and all that. But I'll give it Ford, man. Ford has some beautiful trucks, dude. Like the ones that you own, you and Clicker. I think you own the bump side, and he owns, or no, Clicker. Yeah, no, you got the dent. No, Clicker's got the dent side, and you got the bump side, right? Or vice versa.
You talking about our Fords?
Yeah, y'all the green machines.
Yeah, Clicker's got the short wheelbase, the 74.
Yeah, that's.
And then I've got that long wheelbase 72.
Yeah, those are some. I like the body style there. After seeing that video that Casey Matthew from Gas Monkey Garage, he used to be a painter. He made he made like a video with his green truck. It was a 74. Yeah. He put that 5.0 supercharged motor in there, and he was just ripping ass all over town doing burnouts. Awesome. That was a badass truck, man.
You know, it's funny you mentioned Gas Monkey Garage. Well, there's Richter. I know of something else, but I wasn't going there. Did y'all watch the Tyson and Jake Paul fight last night?
Yeah, some of it.
Did you see what
when it wasn't
Jake Paul
buffering.
came out in?
Yeah, he came out in crew cut. The one that they refurbished. Yeah.
Clicker was telling me that there's a video out there, or like a series of videos where these guys like show all the stuff that they had to redo on that truck after Gas Monkey got done with it.
Oh, really? Well, you know, they picked it up out of like a warehouse or something like that. It was sitting there all dirty and needed to be redone. So I think they had a full episode of redoing that truck. I thought.
Yeah, they did. They redid a lot of stuff on that truck.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Clicker knows what the video was, but yes, there's a video out there of another restoration or like a group restoration group or whatever company that went through and showed everything that Gas Monkey did wrong.
Oh wow!
Clicker, what was the name of that video? You remember the name of that video? Remember the car that Jake Paul came out in? Crew cut. Yeah, did you say there was a video where they showed everything that was wrong on that car? Yeah, it's on YouTube somewhere. Yeah, you don't remember which exact video.
Oh man, that's bad. Yeah, that truck was on the cover of Trucking magazine too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was all.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw it. I was like, wow.
I remember. Yeah, Trucking magazine ain't around no more. I guess they don't do the magazines anymore.
Yeah,
they got rid of it. But I remember the first time I saw it in person was at I don't know if it was you or Clicker was there with us when we went to Lone Star Throwdown in Cuero, or not Cuero, Conroe, and they had the showing over there of it.
Man, I don't think that was me.
No.
I saw there's a damn bunch of vehicles over there. But
Yeah. No, I don't think it. Yeah, it was Clicker. Yeah. Because I was hungover that day.
Oh, that always sucks.
Yeah, that was a long ride up there.
Hey, Willie, do you know who drove that truck out last night?
No, I don't.
He also has his own show.
Oh, yeah. He does a lot of stuff with diesels.
Fleck will probably know. The Diesel Brothers.
Yep.
Oh, that's who was driving it?
Yeah, Heavy
Diesel
D.
Brothers?
Yeah, Heavy D was driving it.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it until they said it,
Yeah.
Well, around the buffering, when we finally could see something.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You screwed up, Netflix.
Netflix really dropped the ball on that.
Yeah.
I thought I saw him buggy. Oh.
No, yeah, Heavy D. Yeah, he drove. Man, he's got his hands in a lot of stuff. I don't think he does his show anymore, but he does a lot of YouTube videos and series of, I guess, saving machinery or equipment that's been stuck or been abandoned. He'll go back and try to save it.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen. That's what I've seen. I don't know if he still has a show or not.
I seen him dig that. I think it was a big excavator.
Yeah, out of the big hole
that
or
thing
whatever.
was buried.
Yes, I did. It took.
Oh
him,
my! You couldn't
it
see
took him
the
a
tracks.
day.
Like it
Yeah.
was. Oh, it was bad. Yeah, he definitely used some equipment to get it out
Yeah,
there.
he did.
Yeah.
He did. We also had that big bus that he built.
Yeah.
I can't remember it was like a American Patriot style bus, I think, theme. I believe that was his.
And he pulled that. It was another bus, wasn't it? They got stuck.
Yeah,
and
another
I don't
bus.
even- where were they even at? I don't even remember.
I want to say it was a Sand Flats.
It was a weird place.
Yeah.
It looked like damn Mars or something. I mean, it just looked weird.
Yeah. Yeah, he almost got his bus stuck too, because every time he was pulling, he was starting to dig down, and he would pull off and go back and try it again. And
Those big old flotation monster truck tires on there.
yeah,
He was having to back up and jam it.
Oh, man.
that guy's he's
Yeah, that Netflix sucks. Just real quick, Netflix, you suck. And then that fight was lame.
Yeah, Mike got paid.
yeah, it was all rigged.
We
from the
stayed up.
get-go.
We stayed up late for that bullshit, dude. Like,
Hey, you know what? A good fight. Y'all probably won't be able to watch it, but John Jones, he's fighting tonight. He hasn't fought in a long
Yeah.
time. John Jones,
UFC?
and, yeah, Stipe. I'm going to butcher his last
Stipe,
name. Stipe,
right?
yeah, Stipe.
Miocic or
Yeah,
can't remember his-
that one should be a
Yeah, I
good
got it.
fight.
I gotta say, UFC and like MMA have definitely left boxing in its wake.
Oh yeah. for
Hey, you know
sure.
what was a good boxing match last night was before Jake and them fought. Jake and Mike fought. Did y'all watch that one?
No, I
The
didn't.
two girls or women?
Yes.
Ooh, man.
They were getting after it.
They
Huh?
were, yeah.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, I can't remember. Was it Serrano was the last name of one of them?
Yes, and Taylor.
And Katie Taylor.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep.
She's from like
Serrano
Ireland
and
or
Taylor.
something, right?
Yep. Yeah. I listened to the interview afterwards when they were. Yeah, that ended kind of controversially.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Like,
I didn't think she
no,
won.
I didn't think she fought as good as the other one, and she didn't. And she won the decision though, and like literally the crowd was booing her as she was speaking after the decision came out. They were booing her ass. Like, I mean, not quietly either. Like the entire crowd was like loud booing.
Yeah,
And the announcer even had to say something to her, like ask her about how that made her feel.
She's like, I don't care. I got paid.
Yeah, she was holding the belts, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's Serrano. She was letting the hands fly. I've never watched her before, but wow, that was a good fight. Well, and then
Even
Katie
the
Taylor,
judges.
she kept leading with her head and
Yeah.
busted Serrano's right above her eye.
Really?
And well, she kept
Yeah.
kind of pushing her head forward. Well, they both. That's what they were kind of saying is the whole reason a lot of that was happening is you've got fighters that one's right-handed, one's left-handed. So
Well,
it's kind of the way they ended up. They both. Katie definitely led with her head more and was pushing forward, but it was kind of her strategy to get in, kind of get in tight. You could tell, but
Yeah.
oh man,
yeah. Well, she kept like wrapping up Serrano to keep her from landing those jabs, and that umpire got on her multiple times. He's like, "You need to quit tying her up. You're better than that." You could hear him tell her that one time. I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, before they started that round, I think he warned her. She got a
Yes,
couple
the
different
referee.
warnings you could hear.
Yes.
Man.
He flat out told her, "You need to quit wrapping her up. You're better than that."
Yeah.
So what was that belt that Jake Paul got? I know that's not like an official league. I don't know. What is it? I saw it had some initials on the belt. Like I
don't know.
Most valuable promotion or promoter. I forgot what it said on there. I can't remember. Oh man, I don't know.
I never really paid much attention to Jake Paul before this fight. So,
Hey, did you hear he announced his next fight?
no, I didn't.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Jimmy Carter next week. 100 years old.
Oh, Peanut Man.
He said, "You're old enough to vote. You're old enough to get your vote."
I saw another one where it was some comic character, and there was this old like master something, and he was like 300 years old. I saw that one today too. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, I was dying laughing.
He's going after all the old people, I guess.
Yeah,
because it wasn't Mike
Watch
Tyson.
out, Willie. He's coming.
Oh man.
Oh, Paul did not look. I mean, he didn't look very good in my opinion either. So.
Yeah, and he kind of played that off and was saying that he was worried about Mike's power, but I think it was more of they're both getting paid.
Yeah, Mike was pulling back probably.
Well, Mike's come out and said that he was really hurting on money. You know, like he blew through his money like crazy.
God,
so you got a guy that's blown through his money. I mean, and he's probably in need.
I saw his net worth. They showed his net worth. I think Mike Tyson was like 10 and Jake Paul was like 60 million.
Really?
I was like, dude, I thought Mike Tyson. I thought he had his money invested in certain stuff, and he was actually it was like CBD, the cannabis business. I was like, well, he's definitely gonna make money off of that.
Yeah,
that's kind of sad, actually. I mean, you hear about these guys that made all this money and now they're hurting.
Yeah, because he was just bragging about it because he was just saying how much money he went through, but he's like, look how much money I spent, and I did it continuously spent that money over 20 plus years.
God dang, man.
So I kind of took that as like, that makes sense.
Yeah, he needs some money.
He needed a good jackpot.
I don't know.
And then he was kind of baiting the other Paul brother after the fight.
Gosh.
Yes, challenged him to a fight.
Yeah.
He said, "Man, I'll kill you, Mike."
Yeah, I'll kill you, Mike.
Oh, God. Them guys right there, boy. If Mike Tyson ever got pissed unleashed, they would be dead. That old man still got power, dude.
Yeah. Well, he showed little spurts of it. He was bobbing and moving his body around so fast. I was like, oh my God, I can't do that. And he's
60
years old almost.
He's 58, yeah.
58, yeah.
Crazy.
I'll say his legs didn't look very good, though.
Well, that's one thing I heard the announcer say is that they noticed when he was practicing and stuff, the old Mike would swing and pursue and stay on you and had perfect balance and would keep pushing on you. And anytime he swung or got hit, you seen him just kind of get shook up, like he was kind of on his heels. You know, he didn't have the balance that he used to. He could pop you and he was right in your face and he was ready to pop you again. And now if he swung, he was just real off balance, you could tell. And the commentators actually brought it up, and that's when I was like, they're right. That doesn't look good. He got popped pretty good one time in the nose, and they did it in slow mo, and he was like, oh shit,
Then they asked him if he was done, and he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, man, I hope you're done, Mike.
Yeah. Well, he did the Roy Jones fight.
Yeah, he did. That was a few years ago, ain't it? Or
not too long ago.
It wasn't too long ago. Yeah.
Yeah, he did the Roy Jones Jr. fight, and Roy Jones was talking him up like he really gave me some good body shots and popped him, but
I don't know. It's all good for publicity, but man, hang it up.
Yeah, Roy didn't look all that hot to be honest either. So
don't make these young punks look good and everything.
But then you watch the training videos of Mike, and you're like, oh man, he's getting back in shape. He's actually training and trying to get back in this fight. Where the Roy Jones Jr. fight, you could kind of see he wasn't even. He just kind of went out there and fought.
Mm-mm. But I think, like you said earlier, Willie, I think boxing to me, I think some people say all yours wrong, but I think boxing's dead. And the UFC, MMA is the new boxing, how it was back in the day.
Yeah.
We need to do like Seth said and get all the rednecks and all that fighting on it. What was that? Barstool supposedly?
Yeah,
Barstool put that on. But I
I
didn't know that was them.
man.
I haven't watched that yet. I need to watch it.
Yeah, some backyard brawls.
And we were talking about some other guys. We were talking about the UFC, how they used to have Anderson Silva, Forrest Griffin, and there was a few others. There's a few other names that I've seen. I think it's on this card, on the Roy Jones Jr. card, that I haven't seen in a while. Those are guys that fought when I was in high school, and they're fighting still. But you got to think these guys, fight once, maybe twice a year. It depends on where they're at.
Yeah, it can be a little more brutal, too.
Yeah. I was like, oh, hang on. Willie.
We lost Willard.
All right.
I'm back.
Oh,
Whoa.
what the hell? All right, what'd you miss?
Technical difficulties.
Hey, hang up. We hung up on you on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, bastards.
Just kidding.
I was wondering why it was so quiet.
Just being an asshole
You
tonight.
bastards.
You cute Kenny.
But, I don't know if you heard me, but I was talking about the MMA and all that, and on this card, this Roy Jones Jr. card, and there's some names that I've seen. I think it was this one. The names I've seen when they were fighting in high school, and they're fighting still. But like I said, they maybe won a fight a year, maybe twice. It depends on how brutal the fight is.
Wow.
Hey, speaking on MMA, what about our local?
Oh yeah, Zach Reese. He's fighting. When did I say January? January 18th, I think, is his fight.
Yeah, I think.
Fight. Yeah, he's fighting.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
He is fighting I'm gonna chop this up. Sadikius Dumas.
Oh my God.
Well, his last name is Dumas.
Dumas, dumbass.
Yeah.
It's Dumas.
Well,
Remember that commercial?
yeah. And he's ranked, and Zach is ranked 58 in the middleweight. That's off the website I pulled up. He is ranked 58. I don't know if he's listening to us, but shout out to you, Zach.
Hell yeah.
Keep on doing what you're doing, man.
Keep
Kick
getting it.
ass, man.
Local Shiner.
Yeah,
man.
for sure, man. Make Shiner proud.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely brought me watching MMA again, man. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of watched after all the big legends left, like Anderson Silva and Forrest Griffin and Brock Lesnar. I watched him a lot, and Lyoto Machida, and I can go on and on. George St. Pierre,
Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage Jackson for sure, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching Arlovsky too.
Oh,
remember Andre Arlovsky?
Yeah,
He would wear the fang mouthpiece.
Yeah.
He was on remember that show Bully Beatdown?
Yeah.
that was pretty good too. With what's his name? What do they call him? Jason. It's Jason something, but they called him. What do they call that guy? Remember he used to dye his hair like red. Oh. Part of his hair red, and he was the one that started the Bully Beatdown show.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh man,
he's like, you can tell he's unhinged, like crazy dude.
Oh man, I could see his face too. He had that wild look on him. Oh man, dang it, I can't think of the dude's name now.
Yeah, I've watched like every episode of that you could watch.
One of those UFC fighters, I can't remember the name of him right now. I see his face. He was actually a cop in his country. He was a cop, and he did MMA, and he was kicking ass in MMA. And I've heard some stories like when you got arrested by him, or if you were going to run by him, those guys stopped right away because they knew who he was, and they would.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. Don't piss him off.
Oh, I can't think of his name.
You're gonna get more than cuffs.
Yeah, you can get a broken arm.
You're
gonna
get a three-piece.
Takedown, baby. Ultimate takedown.
Yeah, you're gonna get a three-piece to go.
Oh gosh. There's been some cool fights I got to experience or watch. Which one was it? Anderson Silva fighting Forrest Griffin. He literally made Forrest Griffin quit. Forrest Griffin walked out of the ring. I remember watching that.
Is that where he was like pursuing him and he was just walking backwards and popping Forrest Griffin?
Yeah, even Anderson Silva, he's known for taunting and all that and putting his arms down and doing all that head shake stuff. He gave Forrest Griffin, he even put his hand out to Forrest Griffin like, hey, come on, get back up. We got to fight. He said, nope.
Yeah, he was swinging, like Forrest Griffin was chasing, and he was swinging with everything he had. He would get right to the end of his punch, and he would just barely be within reach. And oh man!
Wow.
Speaking of Anderson Silva, Jake Paul has an official boxing win over Anderson Silva.
Yep. Yeah, I watched
What?
that one too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched that one too.
Yep, he sure does.
Anderson in his prime would have.
Oh, he would have killed him, man.
Sure,
He was relentless.
Dana
dude.
White was actually bragging about him at his age now. Is still
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Oh, he is. I think he's got a son that's in
Pretty
the
sure he
MMA.
pieced Mike up right now. Mike didn't look too good.
Anderson the Spider Silva. That's what his name.
That
Yep.
dude was oof. Oh, when he broke his leg though.
Oh, that was nasty,
Didn't he
dude.
kick that guy's shin or something?
Yeah, he
or-
kicked his shin and just like folded.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember watching that.
That's got to be a way to end it right there.
Yeah, I think that changed it right there for his whole career. I mean, he was already up in age, getting
Yeah.
there for a fighter.
Well, look at Connor. Connor hasn't been back since
No, he hasn't.
the
he
Poirier
did-
fight when he broke it.
Yeah, he did the same thing. That's right.
Ooh,
I think he went Hollywood though.
Yeah. What was that? He redid the Roadhouse movie.
yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
It's not like the Roadhouse we grew up on. It's a funny movie, man. He makes it pretty good.
He plays a good pissed off leprechaun though.
Yeah.
Well, I don't piss him off. He's only like 155, but he probably still beat my ass.
Yeah.
Hey, heard it. Jason Mayhem Miller. He was the one that had the bully beat down.
Yeah, I
Remember him?
Yes, I do remember him. Mayhem Miller. Oh,
Well, so Andre was one of the fighters that came on and fought one of the bigger guys, because he was one of the bigger bullies. I forget how big he was, but he was one of the bigger guys. And Arlovsky,
tore him
man,
up.
just looking in his eyes with that fang mouthpiece, I would not want any of that guy. He's a big guy too.
Oh man,
I think he's from Russia.
Yeah, I
think he's a
he
Russian.
is. Yeah.
The Russians are crazy, man. To get all hammered on vodka and they just come fight.
Yeah.
He might be that like 0.6% that's listening to us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout
he
out to them.
Yeah, shout out, Andre.
Yeah, I don't know how they're listening to us, and they
Take
must
a shot
understand
for
English.
us, guys. Take
Yeah.
a shot for us.
Not actually like a shotgun or shooting. Take a shot of vodka for us.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Take a shot for us.
Yeah, I'm taking no shot
I'll
from
sip
him.
on my I'll sip on my Shiner beer right here while I'm thinking about you.
Oh man. Well.
I got. Oh, by the way, I got premium tonight. Shiner Premium.
Ooh.
Oh,
How's that
If
taste?
anyone from the brewery's listening, we're still looking for that sponsor.
wink,
Yeah.
wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah. Bring back White Wing too, man. That was a really good beer.
I don't think I ever tasted that one.
Yeah, it was a good beer. I enjoyed that one. That was
Yes,
It came
White
out.
Wing was good.
It came out 2014, I think.
Yeah,
around
it
that
was,
time.
it was
Yeah.
quite a while ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's a decade. Jeez,
Why'd you have to go and say that, dude?
Oh my god! Don't ever say that again.
that was 10 years ago, bro.
Man, that is. Yep. So, well, y'all want to wrap this one up?
Yeah,
Sure.
call it a day.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good. So, well, again,
Hey, did we piss anybody off tonight before we close out?
no, did we? I don't think so.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
Conor
Wait,
McGregor.
wait.
I did call him a little leprechaun.
Yeah. So,
No, you pissed off everyone in San Antonio with Bexar.
Hey, that was not me. That was my wife. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out real quick.
yeah.
I don't about chasing me down.
Right. Oh man.
Well, damn, I don't think we made nobody mad tonight. I don't know.
I don't think we did.
A few
No,
shout outs.
not really.
It's not right because
truly.
Willie ain't here in person with us. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I probably picked on
I'm
Willie a
sorry,
little more
guys.
than normal.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find them deer, you know?
Hey, Willie's at 0.8% because he's in Russia right now. Hunting.
Yeah, he's like,
That's what it
Hunting
is.
Yetis.
yeah,
Hunting Yetis.
yeah, Sasquatches.
That's where that 0.8 is coming
Well,
from.
I don't think I ever actually said where I'm at, did I? We didn't do the Where's Willie bit.
Well, I think
Oh yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and let's do this a little bit. Where is instead of where's Waldo, where's Willard?
where's Willard?
Well,
So-
Willard.
Give us a little guess. I kind of think you told me where you're at. That's why.
Yeah, I think I probably did kind of tell y'all where I'm at, but
Yeah.
I'm in this. I'm in a. It's kind of like national, but it's between. I'll tell you what it's between. It's between Cleveland and Moss Hill, Texas.
Moss Hill. Moss Hill?
Moss Hill.
Moss Hill.
Yeah.
Was it because you didn't want to say Humble again?
Well, I honestly didn't have to say humble.
I didn't know that.
Or a Tascasita.
Tascasita. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that one
wow.
usually gets a lot of people right there, too.
That's
That
a
gets
good one,
usually a
right?
lot of people there.
Yeesh.
No, I didn't know they had a place up there you can go hunt. I know, like, Sam Houston Park, I think they get open hunts over there.
Okay. Well, it was a draw hunt, so you can't just hunt here if you want to.
Yeah.
You got to win a draw hunt through the draw system. Through, Texas Parks and Wildlife.
You got to be part of the Millionaires Club?
It's a secretive club.
No. you really don't. It was $3 to enter in for a draw hunt.
It's $3 more than I got.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ugh.
What kind of gun are you shooting with, or what kind of gun did you bring with you?
I brought two guns. I brought a backup, but I brought my 30-30.
The 30-30.
Yeah, man, AJ would have liked to
30-30.
come on tonight. That's what he's been doing.
Oh, yeah. Y'all could have had a good little talking.
Yeah, y'all could
Well,
have
AJ, we're gonna have AJ on Tuesday, I guess.
That's what he said.
Yeah, y'all could have a hunting feud.
Yeah.
No, AJ will get a deer before I do. I promise you.
It's not looking good for you?
Well, I mean, AJ's hunting out of a blind over a feeder. A little different than what I'm doing. So his odds are just better. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Are you sitting out there making Sasquatch calls or what?
It's funny you say that. Too bad Klecker isn't on at the moment. I wish he would have got on, but we will get him on. We will get him on. But he heard some woo sounds out there.
Oh, shit.
Like Ric Flair. Woo!
Woo! And he kept asking me. We were walking back. We were walking back from our blinds, and he kept asking me. He's like, "Did you hear those woo sounds this morning?" He said, "It had to be right after you got it. Like it had to be right about the time you got under your blind." I'm sitting there like, I think I did hear one, but I just thought it was an owl. I mean, but he said no, there was an owl, but there was also like something made like the woo sounds, like a Sasquatch.
That might have been Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. Going wee woo, wee woo.
Is it just y'all out there, or is there like other people too hunting?
I am not sure there was anyone else out there today. I think it's like a 1,400 acre property, and I think it might have just been us out there today.
So how far are y'all apart when y'all are in the blinds?
We're about a half a mile apart.
So you could make some woo noises tomorrow. Woo. Do some Ric Flair woos like that. That's the
I was
best.
going to say maybe Ric Flair was in the woods.
You can come out and do that walk right in front of them with the little pointing fingers and all that.
There, I got another T-shirt idea. Ric Flair out in the woods while you're hunting.
Make him kind of look like Yeti.
Dang.
Ric Flair Yeti.
Hey, tell Klecker don't shoot Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Well, no, but we're actually hunting in the Trinity River National Wildlife Refuge.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
At specifically the Briarwood unit. There's a bunch of units apparently. Like, I don't know, like several, probably like 6, 7, 8 of them.
So it's actually like public hunting. Like, I mean,
Yeah, we have to wear,
Orange.
hunter orange, like an orange vest, orange hat when we're walking around in there.
I've only done one hunt like that. It was me, my cousin Brandon, and my uncle and my dad. I do not remember where we went. It was somewhere, I think, East Texas or something like that. Well, we pull up. Well, you do the talking, whatever they pull all the hunters, and you talk about it when you get there. Well, we go out to our area, and we're walking to the place where we're going to go hunt, and two guys come out. There was a dad and the son, and dude, yeah, I'm talking about some backwoods, dude. It's like they were from East Texas, and they're they pull us to the side. We started talking to them, and they said, "We all hunting out there?" I said, "Well, we all said, we're going to be, hunting deer or whatever. And he's like, yeah, we were hunting these big red-headed squirrels out there. And me and my cousin, we started busting out laughing. And we're like teenagers, man. We're maybe 13 or something like that. And we started laughing. Said, yeah, this big red-headed squirrels out here, we're going to shoot them and make some, stew or something like that. And then the son started talking. And he goes, yeah, I got this doe out at my house, and we call her Blower. Because every time I go by her, she blows at me. She said, I'm going to get Blower one day. I'll have to get my cousin on. He can tell that story a lot better. He remembers a lot more.
Man.
All I got to say, that was a memorable hunt, because on our way back, it was like Sunday night or something like that. We're driving back. Me and my cousin in the back seat. He's laying down on the bench. I'm laying on the floor of the truck. And somebody pulls up to the side of my dad or my uncle that was driving, and told him to roll his window down. And he's like, hey, your truck's on fire. And you can't really hear what's going on. He's like, hey, your truck is on fire. And I think my dad looked out the side view mirror and he saw a flame shoot out. And sure enough, the back of the truck was on fire in the bed. He pulled that truck over so quick and started ripping all the guns and ammo out. And that guy, he pulls all aside. He helps us. He's like, hey, I got water in my cooler over there. I just got to pull up my beer out.
Don't hurt the beer.
Yeah, sure enough. I think somebody flicked a cigarette, and he had a toolbox, on the back of it, and a cigarette got wedged in between the toolbox and the bed. And over there in Houston, you got all those pine trees and all that, so those pine needles were getting stuck down in there to dry, and it caught on fire. And man, I'll tell you what, that was
Wow.
yeah. I was trying to
random, dude.
Yeah, I was trying to push my cousin Brandon out. I was like, hurry up, get out. 'Cause I thought like it was about to blow up or something like that. And I literally shoved my cousin out. I took my foot and I pushed his ass out.
It's crazy how fast you could strike up. Not too long ago, they had a rig moving out. They had a rig moving out down by my grandparents' house, and the guys barely get down the road, and the whole ditch is on fire for like probably a good 6 miles. So he left like a bearing locked up on the trailer or something. He was, they were moving a bunch of equipment. They had a trailer. The bearing locks up, so the wheel's like not turning, but it's chunking sparks out.
This dry weather, that's a bad combination.
Yeah, and there was no rain I think at that time it was like no rain for over 60 days or something. And
when was this?
Oh man, it was over there. It started around a little past Turner Hall, off of 111.
Right.
Like you go past my grandparent. Yeah, it
caught
that
this
ditch.
just happened?
It was I want to say probably a month and a half ago.
Okay, I remember that. I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, you see the ditch is all black.
Yeah.
Everything.
I didn't know what had happened because I came through after the fact. But yeah.
Well, yeah, and so it wasn't even all off the main highway either. So if you turned on the little side road, I can't remember that road. I can't remember that road. But they were actually backed on that back road, and it actually
Richter Road.
No, it's before that. There's
to the left or to the right.
Like if you're leaving your house, you go past my grandparents, and there's that road on the left, right in Pearl City.
Oh, the FM road.
Yeah, that one to the left. So the rig was moving from.
Yeah.
Okay, 951. So they were coming off of that, and it actually, I don't know if it started coming from there. So it actually caught a bunch of guy had just baled hay and everything not long before that.
Oh man.
And caught the bales and everything on fire. I forget how many bales they said he lost too.
Good night.
Oh, did you hear that noise, Willie?
I did.
Oof.
I'm sorry y'all couldn't hear mine when I cracked it.
Yeah, but no, that was a bad deal. I mean, the whole ditch was just black. I mean, they had help from 2-3 towns over coming to put it out. It was bad.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember seeing it. I was coming home from work, and I guess it had happened earlier during the day, and I guess they had kind of already cleared everything up.
Yeah,
nobody was really left fighting it anymore.
Yeah, it was smoking for a while. I mean, it just sat and smoldered.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I'll say we go ahead and wrap this one up.
Alrighty then.
Good talking to you, Willie. So,
well, good luck on your Sasquatch hunting.
Yep.
Make some woo noises, some Ric Flair woo noises.
I was going
to try. Well, hey, what does Ric Flair say? He said, "You can't be first, but you can all be next." Mr. Ladies Man. Woo! Good way to end the show.
Yeah.
Getting canceled.
Yeah. Well, y'all know where to listen to this podcast at. Go ahead and check out Spotify. I am working on getting on Apple Podcast here in the next few days, so that'll be another place to go to. Thank you again for all our listeners, man. We appreciate it. Where we actually, you know what? Where are we at on our viewership right now?
Yeah, we're at almost 200 views total.
Yeah, we're slowly getting there.
For the little time we've had.
For the little time.
That whistle pig cometh.
Yeah,
I can taste it.
And for little as we know as doing this podcast stuff, I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Oh yeah,
and we've had some good reviews from a bunch of people.
We're doing anything. We're having fun. So
yeah. Like
We've got a few more people, I think, that want to be guests now, too, which is going to be a major help. So,
I think it will.
You're going to get to listen to us boring people talk all the time.
Yes. We'll bring some new voices now and again.
Some new meat.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to Back Road Banner. We'll catch y'all next time. Later.
All right. Yeah, thanks for riding with us, y'all.
Yeehaw.